Hello, Leos. Welcome to your reading. I hope it resonates and helps. Be responsible with the words I say. If it doesn't make sense, don't make it try to fit. You're going to be sorry if you do that. Try not to watch too much tarot either. Tends to mess with your head. If you feel like dying, you might want to sing. I've got the used in my head right now. Sorry. Okay, Leo. Whew, okay. What is the theme for Leo today? Wow. Okay. Wasn't sure. Yeah, I was going to get the rest of the cards from this, and I'm going to. Okay. So we got the Ten of Cups, Leviathan. We got the Six of Swords, Harpy, and then we got Cerberus, the guard dog. So the way that I see this, I kind of feel like maybe you're taking back your waters. It's like that's what the Leviathan does. Like it's this huge friggin' man-eating snake, and he is going after that pirate ship. He's going to take it down because the sea deserves its treasure for all it endures. So then the Six of Swords, it's like somebody releases something and flies away. And then they get met at judgment. This three-headed dog always reminds me of the three-headed dog in Harry Potter. Every time I look at it, I try not to think of it, and then it's like that stupid dog. It's like protecting something, because that's what Cerberus does. He's protecting the gates of your judgment, so other things don't get in there, right? Like the whole point of it is he's defending the gates to the underworld. And only the dead can pass through, right? And everything else tries to get through, but they can't get through a three-headed dog. There's not a chance in hell they're going to get through. So it's almost like somebody takes back over their waters, or back over their emotions, which gives them the courage or ability to fly away from obviously that situation, right? It's like somebody was on treading on serious troubled water, and by taking back over that water and reclaiming your emotions and flying away, it's like, why Cerberus? It's like you're not gonna let this ship invade your waters again. Like something invaded your gates and it came for you. Yeah, it came to, I think it kind of, yeah. there's the box, and then we got haul it and forget it. I do feel like maybe somebody was trapped in something, in some type of like emotional roller coaster kind of thing, and the only thing that they can do is haul it and forget it. Like just pack it up and leave it and fly away from it. That's the only thing that really you can do to take back over your like life. Oh yeah, look at that on the bottom of the deck. There's thief with hot. And then we've got the Ace of Swords with a monster. So there's definitely something that got through the gates, got into your emotions. And I don't think that you were anticipating this person to be who they turned out to be. Like somebody was wearing a pretty disguisable mask, I'd say. And it's almost like you did a test. It's like there's a final test. This person won't take their mask off. And then finally you have to bait them. You have to trap them. You have to get them to tell the truth, right? Like subconsciously. So it's like, I feel like you know about this, like you know what's going on, you know how they trapped you. And it's just a matter of like, some people honestly can turn off so quickly. Like if you know, like turn off feelings that you thought you were going to have forever. Like if you know that there's betrayal, if you know that somebody purposely invaded you in order to get something and then posed as something else, of course you're going to set up a sting operation. You're going to set up something so then they get caught, right? It's almost like this person doesn't want to be the bad guy, right? They don't want to be the person that just calls this person out. So they're going to be like, okay, it's like, it's kind of tricksy energy. It's kind of like, you know, something that like, I don't know, like a magician would do or something like that. You know, somebody that's got some tricks up their sleeve that can put an illusion right in front of you. So then they're doing something else and you don't notice. It's like somebody put an illusion on top. And by just packing it up and forgetting about it and leaving it, that almost like kills the curse, right? It gets those feelings out of you. But somebody kind of wants to play dirty because they know they got played dirty. So they don't want to be the bad guy. So they're going to set this person up to see if what they're doing is correct. And now I'm getting, my cousin was dating this guy who swore up and down he didn't smoke weed. And she worked late at the bar most nights. So she wasn't always home. So like her boyfriend would be there sometimes at her place when she was gone. And she'd come home and she was like anti-weed. Like she hated weed. Like she was trying to be a cop at the time. So you could imagine if her boyfriend was secretly smoking weed, she was going to kind of be pissed about it. So, but he kept saying he wasn't smoking it. So what she started doing, she started setting up booby traps in her house to catch this guy going out in the back because he didn't smoke cigarettes. So she's like, well, why would he go out on the back porch if you're not smoking anything? There's no reason to go into the backyard. The backyard was like overgrown weeds and shit and like this dumpy fucking patio. There was nothing that you would go out there and sit and do unless you were smoking weed or cigarette. And this guy didn't smoke cigarettes. So she would be able to smell it. She'd be like, I swear to God, like I can smell it in the backyard. I know that he's smoking weed back here. I don't know why he's lying about it. She couldn't understand why he was lying about it until she set up the final trap. And then I think she told him. And then even still, he was like, what? Like he didn't even get what she did. I think I remember looking at him and being like, oh my God, he doesn't even understand how he got caught. Like he has no idea because he wasn't concentrating on the booby traps. He was just concentrating on lying about it and telling her no. But she was also acting like a parent. And I was like, I kind of got a little pissed at her to be like, dude, like, why would you do that? Like, you're a grown woman. At the time, she was like she's like 35, 36, 37 years old or something like that. Her boyfriend was in his 40s. I'm like, really? Like these are not like 20-year-olds or teens, you know, like she was a grown ass adult playing games with her boyfriend. And I'm like, well, you know, the both of them played games at that point in time, because if he's lying and can't tell the truth and acting like a child, and she's going to act like a mother and treat him like a child, then they're both fucking playing games, right? But comme ci, comme ça, right? Neither here nor there with somebody's idea of trying to get somebody to tell the truth. But the whole point of it was he just wouldn't say yes. He kept lying. And when people are lying to your face, it's really fucking like nerve-wracking, because why not just tell the truth and get it over with? Right? It's like, isn't the truth so much better to say than just lying and dodging this bullet and dodging that bullet, but then always having to remember what those lies were? Like, people who lie, like, I mean, I swear they gotta have like a notepad. Like, how do you remember all that shit? Like, I mean, I'm a doper. I have an amazing memory though. That's the thing. But sometimes I remember if I, you know, was up all night last night, you know, by midday. No, I forget. I'm not going to remember that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not focusing on that kind of stuff. But the things I focus on, my memory now is like sharp as a tool, like sharp as a blade. Like, marijuana does not dull you out. If anything, it turns your senses on so much that you have to mellow out, because everything gets turned on, right? The time 11:21. Ha! Wow. Almost all the cards went in reverse. So yeah, I think you're reversing your emotions. I really do. I think this is gonna reverse a lot, I think, moving into the future, of how you see yourself, how you respect yourself, how you treat yourself, how you speak to yourself. You know, speaking to yourself in a proper way and being good to yourself and allowing yourself to rest and allowing your body to recuperate, allowing yourself to have emotions. Those are all things that really matter. Okay, especially as a child, if those things were taken away from you, right? So now we've got Warlock, we've got Peace Pipe. See, I told you, I think somebody really needs to smoke some weed, okay? And there's like CBD now, there's cartridges. It's not just like, you know, blaze one for the nation. You gotta fucking sit there and roll up all the time. It's like so much cleaner and sleeker now. It's got the soccer moms in a woo-ha about that, the fact that it's like, you know, basically legal everywhere in North America now. Health and safety, conspiracy. We've got alert. We've got fight or flight, 911, and you lucky son of a bitch. So, let's walk through this now. So I feel like there's a masculine energy, okay, or it's the masculine energy in you, okay, that has been trapped. The masculine energy tends to take things head on, right? They don't act like a little bitch, okay? They take things head on, and a real man or a real woman can take things head on and also, you know, be able to cry. Like you got to be able to unleash all things. You got to be confident in all your feelings. Okay? So the world is like, man, do yourself a health and safety favor, that once you get out of this very small frame of mind with this thief that's taken over you, right? Go hang out with some friends and pass the fucking pipe around, you know, like tell some stories, fucking light the magical fire, throw the sand in there, you know, like tell some things, get real, right? Not with everybody else, with who's around you, those little tight group of people, right? You don't pass a Dutchie around with too many people, you know, you ain't never getting that back, right? So it's like 2 or 3, keep it small, okay? Keep it small. I also think that someone's going to come to some realization with this hot clarity, okay? And I feel like they might, I don't know, I feel like somebody has an anxiety attack, which they inevitably think that it's like a heart condition, and it's not. I think that somebody gets alerted about something, and it's like the world is like, just chill. Like, allow energy and information to come into you and sit there for a minute and figure out how you feel. Not just go off of the first thing that hits you, right? Because that could be fight or flight. Like, you could get some information and then you just want to hit the hills, you know, like you don't want to deal with it. But that's the thing, is like, being mature is to deal with it, is to take things head on, right? And like, you know, I think this thief, whoever has taken over you and put you in a very small box, this person has theories only and conspiracies only. They're shooting in the dark too. They have no idea what the truth is. They have no idea what your truth is. I don't even think they know what their own goddamn truth is. Okay? So when you find out what you need to find out, the world is like, just remember that to be able to find something out that you need to know is lucky. Because you could just skip by it again and wait for another decade to go by and then hit it head on, right? It's like someone's like, this 13, I did this card so then if it came up in a reading, I would know that that reading was really lucky, right? Like, I did these cards for a reason. So I had really good indicator cards on what was going to happen. Right? So I feel like once you get this message, whenever this information comes in with whatever you're trying to figure out, you might get a fight or flight, and you might get an anxiety attack. You might not be able to breathe for a second, but it's just your body letting you know you were right about something. You were head on right about something. And when you're that right about something, you might pass out. Right? Because it's like all those endorphins, everything just releases, and you know after all this time, and then you're like, oh my God, I could pass out. Right? This is a really lucky find. It's a really lucky find to be able to care about yourself enough to love yourself enough to find the truth out about people and not just let people walk all over you. Right? Because that's what it is. People, I think, they just want to be happy. They just want to be with somebody. A lot of people just don't want to be alone. And they're willing to take a really huge hit because of that. And, you know, it kind of sucks to take a hit after being with somebody for so long. Right? I put this, a canvas here that I did a while ago to make my work surface a little bit bigger. And now I feel like I'm going to flip it because I just keep pushing that back. That's why. Anyways, what's the time? 17? Yeah, that's a good enough reading. Yeah, taking back your waters, identifying the thief that thinks it's okay to live inside of you. It's like the experiment to uncover the masked being that has been, ooh, look at that, exactly, camoed, hiding inside of you for a very long time. And totally poisoning you. And like, I do see a guy being really stuck up on a woman. They're not near each other though, but she has it's like she's a witch. She's got the ability to get inside of him and get inside of his head. Ugh. That's not cool. Anyways, Leo, I hope this resonates. I really do. I hope this makes sense for you. Peace out.